So good evening, you guys. I was watching a little bit of AEW Collision, and I do want to say that I'm really happy that Christian Cage is going after the trios titles. And the reason why I say that is definitely, as I said before in another video, that the trios championships, they really, really can be a big deal for AEW. And honestly, there's nothing but good things to say about the trios division. That honestly, there's so many wrestlers on the roster. There's a lot of wrestlers and factions, so definitely have them fighting over the trios title would be great. And then the other issue is that with Jay White and the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, whatever you call them, Bull Club Gold, they keep changing their name. That's not good. They just can't be title holders. Same thing with the Acclaim. They can't just be title holders. So definitely, if you have Christian Cage involved, he can definitely revamp this. So here are my ideas. That first of all, I would say that I would do Bullet Club Gold versus the Patriarch at Forbidden Door. Patriarchy wins, and I would honestly would want them to win the 6-man tag team titles. They put up one title, and the reason why you do that is because then that way they have these titles, and then Christian's like, you know what, I really want to be champion again. He goes after the ROH title, so that would be one feud. And then the other thing, too, is that you can do the Patriarch versus the Acclaim, Patriarch versus Bullet Club Gold. You can do something like have this go on for a couple months with the Patriarch until you get Luchasaurus get angry with Christian, and then you do Christian versus Luchasaurus in a match. You could even get to a point where you can have MJF versus Christian at one point. I think that'd be a really great thing. If you do trios matches, what would happen if you had Shane Taylor Productions, Anthony Ogogo just became a dad, versus Christian versus the Patriarch? What would happen if you go down the roster, you have like Dalton Castle, he and the boys can actually have a match? Or you do something like, may the best man win. You have the Patriarch versus the EVPs, or the Undisputed Kingdom, or the Don Callis family. There's so many things you can kind of do with this. But the biggest thing is that you need a catalyst. You need somebody that can actually be like, okay, you know what, I really just want to be in charge of it. I really want to just be like the top dog in this division, and I will have a bunch of opponents, and I'll go through these people, or we'll find a few people that are actually like actual challenges. Just like when you had WWE in the tag team division and during the Attitude Era, that really the Attitude Era's tag team division really picked up with Edge and Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys. So he can really do that. He can be like the inciting incident almost, So I really think that there's nothing but positives. I do kind of worry that, that they may do something where they don't go in that direction. They may do something where they'll just say, okay, we just want Christian just to just to lose, and then Luchasaurus gets into a feud with him. But I think that needs to be a little bit more drawn out, but they have to get to that point. But this is not the right point. The point really for Christian to go through the trios division. The other thing that you can do, which will be a great match for Wembley Stadium, is if you have Edge, Mark Briscoe, and Eddie Kingston, or you do Edge, Mark Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia versus the Patriarch. That would be a really awesome match. Even if you did a tables, ladder, and chairs match, or you just had a regular match. There's so much you can do with this. And then that's another thing, too, is that if you get to a certain point where you want people to defend Edge, like his honor, really, you have the Patriarchy, now you have Mark Briscoe because Eddie Kingston and Edge are out. You can do something like bring in Daniel Garcia, and you could find find somebody else, really, that benefited from Edge, So that way, you have something there. There's nothing but positives with this. I think Christian will really help the trios division, and I think that if you made him a star in that, it's going to go really, really far. But I just hope that they do something with this. This could be lightning in a bottle for them.